morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boombar on your Boom Radio NG. Okay, why do I sound like this?
I was almost going to ask you.
They want to get me, but they cannot get me. I cannot be gotten. Don't worry.
The villagers.
They want to get me. All you Kwara people, shout out to you. Anyway, I bid you a warm welcome. It is the bar on your Boom Radio NG. Today it is Friday. It's Friday. Whoop whoop. It's thank God it is Friday. It's in the it's almost the end of another interesting week. It has been very eventful. It has been a very eventful week, and we look forward to a lot of things coming up this week. But also the week did not wind down on a very, very happy note in Nigeria, especially in Sokoto, or not even just Sokoto, in Nigeria as a whole. It's a very, very sad thing happened yesterday. So that is what, and a lot of reactions here and there from what happened is what we're going to be talking about basically today on the bar. We're also going to be talking about, remember the directive that the president had put up a few days ago, I think it was on Wednesday, about ministers and heads of parastatals and agencies resigning. So as of today, about 10 ministers have resigned. We're going to be looking at the people that are resigned, and President Buhari's he actually had a valedictory service for them, and what he said with that. Also, there's a very disturbing news that is coming from Kaduna State, where it said that a serving councilor was arrested on his way to deliver guns to bandits. Serving councilor, very, very important. That part is very important part. Serving councilor is very sad. Also, I think a senator's daughter, I don't know if anybody caught that news, senator's daughter who was a pilot.
Oh yeah, that's sad stuff.
She died with 11 others in Cameroon. It's a very, very sad one as well. So this and a few other things, and it is Friday, and it's New Music Friday. Today is not starting on a very happy note. I would have said that we should begin with music, but if we can squeeze it in before the end of the program today, we'll definitely go through. I know that there's a lot of new music, very, very interesting music that people chart-topping music already. As of today, in less than 24 hours, songs that have been topping charts and bumping people off charts already today. So today in the music world, today is a very interesting one. A few people, likes of Davido, Burna Boy, the band is in the news again, and a few other people also. So this and a few other things are what we're going to be talking about today on the Boomba. I bid you a warm welcome again. Take your drinks, relax, and enjoy the bar today. For people joining us for the very first time, this is where we give you talk about everything, literally everything: sports, entertainment, news, politics, virtually everything. And we say this and everything else in between. Everything else in between is probably what we're going to be talking about a lot today.
The dash.
And it is the news of a particular 200 level student of Shehu Shagari College of Education by the name of Deborah Yakubu, who was killed and burnt in broad daylight in Sokoto yesterday. Now, the first question that comes to everybody's mind is that what happened? So there are a bit of dissenting stories here and there. So there's a story about how she posted, someone had put on their WhatsApp group, their class WhatsApp group, someone had posted a religious article or something on the group. She now went ahead and sent a voice note saying that this group is an academic group, and in a bid to put out a message, it was said that she had blasphemed. Another story says she had an argument with someone in a hostel, and one thing led to another, that she said something that was perceived to be blasphemous, and that was when fight broke out. Whichever way, one part of the story that seemed like was the same all round was that the school security heard about it, and then they got way to get her out of wherever she was. They took her and they took her in, but the story had gone around the school and students overpowered the school security, dragged her out. At least there is a video where she was being beaten and then burnt. And in fact, not just only the people that burnt her were featured in this video, even the matches that was used to burn her was also featured. So let's start from that. That's the background of the story of how
I'd like to
Deborah Yakubu is.
I'd like to ask for a moment of silence for the faithful departed. If this is granted, I would be very happy.
Yeah.
May the soul of Deborah Samuel Yakubu rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
Well, my name is Shola Rogers. It's always a pleasure to be at the bar, and I would defer to Tokubo Ojakule because he's also at the bar. For those who are not watching, at least you're listening, but you haven't heard our voices, but now you have heard mine. Tokubo.
Yeah, thank you, Shola. Thank you, Dolopo. My name is Tokumbo Ojakule. It's sad we are starting on this sad note. Very sad. And I think I'm in shock. I'm in a state of shock. I know definitely that there may be guiding rules around various doctrines and beliefs. And by the way, whatever we come analyzing today on this program, it should be taken, as a Nigerian's point of view. Let me use it. Because a 20-year-old daughter, she's a girl, of course we know, being exited like that, definitely we can't be applauding it. Nobody should be applauding it. But somehow, when Dolupo was introducing, I picked a few lines from what she said, and in terms of what she came about reading, it was perceived, that she said this. It was perceived that she reacted this way. It was, I look for proof in everything, and we should be careful in everything, even in giving judgment, because I understand, I don't think you got to that point, Dulupo, that 2 suspects have been.
Oh yeah, I was just a background. I was gonna get to that point.
So that for me, that's a standby, and I'm happy about that. But may not be glad about it, but just happy. I want to believe that we have come a long way in this nation.
Yeah.
We have come too far, and just as we borrowed too far and in between. We have lived together. We have fraternized together. We have loved differently. We have married each other. We have been, at points where we give in and we agree on points of doctrine and beliefs. But we have taken some things maybe to the extreme. Yeah. We have maybe shut our eyes to the human angle that we should be relating with each other. There's no love. When there's love, we've always advocated that on this program, that we need to look at issues dispassionately and also with care and love. I didn't see that from Sokoto yesterday. And maybe as we go into this particular story, a lot of things will be said about reactions, people's reactions to it. It has to be, could be volatile. I recall the last time that I was very passionate about things like this was during, in the early 80s, I think, Salman Rushdie's case, Satanic Verses, and I saw that the whole world gathered things together then. Even Nigeria also reacted to that, okay? So that tells you we are together. We all are together. But this one, let me hang it a while and we'll get back to talk about it.
It's as sad as they come. There are reactions that we've been waiting for.
Oh yeah,
and they're popping up now.
Oh okay.
The Islamic group that is known for talking a lot of politics has finally spoken.
Okay.
And this is an headline from Sahara Reporters, and it says, "Don't insult prophets of other religions. Violence, terrorism are mere symptoms. Provocation is the real disease." Islamic group Murik, or Murik, like they like to call them. A lot of people call them Murik.
Okay, so before we even get to that, because there are a lot of, there are a lot of reactions that have been coming in.
A whole lot.
There have been a lot of reactions. My first question is, and this statement sounds like they're not condemning the act, but they don't want to outrightly agree with it. Yeah? Also, there is the statement from the Imam of Abuja National Mosque, where he said, Professor I.A Maqari says, "It should be known to everyone that we the Muslims have some red lines beyond which must not be crossed. The dignity of the Prophet is at the forefront of the red lines. If our grievances are not properly addressed, then we should not be criticized for addressing them ourselves." Okay. My first question.
Okay.
I have a very fundamental question. And it starts from this. Let me say a few questions. Do we claim in Nigeria, or according to the world, that Nigeria is a secular country, yeah?
Yes. Agreed.
That's one. Agreed. Two, in the constitution of Nigeria that we still talked about, it was yesterday or 2 days ago, that binds everybody, whether we agree to it or not. Do we have a crime that is called blasphemy? Blasphemy could be to anybody. Blasphemy is, do you understand? Blasphemy could be.
You mean, is it referred to?
Is it even referred to?
In the Constitution?
Yes, in the Constitution.
That binds and guides us.
Exactly.
Okay.
Is it?
Not to my knowledge.
I did a bit of digging.
Yeah.
None.
No.
And it's not to a particular religion. Like, generally, you could be blasphemous to Ogun. Do you understand? It could be any. If these things are not in the law of the land, yeah, then, which I think that according to a lot of religions, especially the two main religions that we have in Nigeria,
Yeah.
Islam and Christianity, there is a major part that is talking about obeying the laws of the land. So where does, according to the Imam, addressing things themselves, doesn't that sound like you're taking laws into your hands?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
No, I wasn't actually.
Okay.
But since you said so, I've listened to a lot of people speak about this issue, and a lot of them are actually Muslims. And most of the Muslims I have seen, virtually all, is on social media, of condemned this act. But the reason why you probably wouldn't have heard about these people condemning it is because they're not popular or they're not holding any major posts out there. The trend I see is that the politicians and the higher ups in this social strata are the ones that are skirting around the issue. They're the ones that are creating some kind of political correctness. But if they're not doing that, the other part of them is actually speaking in veiled threats and making it sound like this is where the power lies, and they have the monopoly for this. The statement that you just talked about, I went to check the man's official Facebook page. That's the Professor Maqari, and the professor is assumed to be enlightened,
to be learned,
and all of that, beyond the regular people like you and me who are not professors. We don't have sense where professor is. But I think it's shocking. But that's me, and I must be naive to think it's shocking for someone of that status to say what he said. Not only did he say it, he had time to get a graphics designer, design that thing in Hausa language, put his image there, the image of the professor, with his sign off. He posted one about 6 hours ago. 2 hours after, he posted another one. Then 2 hours after that, so in the last 6 hours, he has posted about 3 times. And he also has a Twitter handle. His followership has grown. And for every comment that he posted on Facebook, there's an Ogunkoya guy that's been asking him and challenging him. Write this in English. This we want a better translation of this in English, because what he put on Facebook was in Hausa. But Facebook has already
Arabic
in Hausa language.
Okay,
so Facebook has already translated it to English.
Okay.
Then the graphic that is done, of course, there's the English version of it. I think he rather decided to do that to pass the message. So I don't know if I'm going off point.
No, you're not really.
But
you're not. For me, you're
a professor.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what he's professing.
Yeah.
But the man is telling you clearly
that people can kill.
That anything that they've done is justified because of what they have learned.
It's a perceived.
But I have spoken to 1 or 2 Muslims, and I've seen a large chunk of Muslims saying this thing is wrong, that their own religion does not support this. So how do I marry this? The Imam of the National Mosque is virtually justifying this crime. Because there's one thing that supersedes everything that's happened here. It's the law of the land.
It's the law. And I
It's
don't
the
know.
law of the land. And the land, even the police PROs and co, they've been tweeting yesterday, and they've been talking about how the commissioner of police in Sokoto has been instructed to swing into action. So, if the law says it's wrong, the police have said it's wrong, the Saudana...
Yeah, the Sultan of Sokoto.
Sorry, the Sultan.
The President General of the Nigerian Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs.
Can we go through what they said?
He's the Sultan of
That's
Sokoto.
the Sultan of Sokoto.
And he has said in his statement, he has come out clearly
to condemn
it, and is calling for the arrest and prosecution of the perpetrators. Now, according to this afternoon, it's very interesting because this is going to cause a lot of issues. The Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, Matthew Hassan Kuka, has condemned the killing. In a statement, he said Muslims and Christians have lived together peacefully for a long time. He described those behind the barbaric act as criminals, and this has nothing to do with religion. This matter must be treated as a criminal act, and the law must take its course. As of this afternoon, the governor is having a meeting with the Christian Association of Nigeria. That's the Sokoto governor. And if we're not careful, this thing is going to spiral into something we do not expect.
It's a time bomb, right?
It is a time bomb. And you now imagine how the Imam of the National Mosque, at a time like this, my question, I would like to ask him, what red lines are we talking about? Because the honest truth is, your religion or my religion, whether you like it or not, there are people that are not going to like it. There are people that are going to say things that would offend you. Is it everything that someone says that offends me, I'm going to start killing people over? Because it's a very, very interesting one, because I don't understand where that angle is coming from. It's not the first time we'll be hearing these things, and we go on about blasphemy, like, okay, let's be calming down. What exactly is blasphemy? Is it even a crime? Because if you look at it from the angle of the law, a lawyer or a judge will tell you that according to Nigerian constitution, there is freedom of speech. I can say what I like. And the highest that can happen is even if you say something that, I think one of the highest things that are probably one of the most grievous things to do is treason. Even if you commit treason, you are entitled to go to court. There is no law of the land that excuses the fact that excuses killing anybody. None whatsoever. So I don't understand this angle of red lines and blasphemy, because we hear it a lot, and I'm always wondering, like, what exactly is blasphemy? An atheist comes today and tells me to my face, I'm a Christian, tells me there is no God, your God is this, your God is that. When we really think about it, if we look at what blasphemy is, probably what he said is probably blasphemous. Will I go ahead and shoot him because he said that? It's his opinion.
You know something. I honestly think that when he was even referring to the red line, interestingly, he also said it has to be discussed.
Why are we discussing anything? Like, what is there to discuss?
He said it has to be discussed. Now, my submission is this. Something went wrong on that campus. Something deeper than this happened on that campus in relation with those who perpetrated the crime and those who retorted or had observations made based on what they said the girl or the lady said, the lady who passed on, with due respect. I think we're missing something. Probably the police will find out, because you see, my feeling is this: I find it difficult in this age and time to imagine
that anybody
that we would take such a thing and react boldly and begin to kill. No, not just slap or beat or abuse, but to kill. And not only did they kill him, it was graphic.
It was very graphic, and then it was obvious that there was so much pride, and you're wondering, like, what exactly is the upbringing of these people, like
arrogance. I don't care.
How you feel that you can just take someone's life
and take somebody's life.
To be honest with you, I honestly think that whatever religion a lot of people are, I really think that the idea of committing crime, generally, this is across board, probably keeps a lot of people from doing a lot of things, which I think that is smart. Like, I'm not sure I won't go to jail. Yeah? Which I think should be the factor to keep people from doing things. And when you really look at this video, they're really, really young guys. And how you would do these things, and you made videos about it. Now, another interesting angle that I think I was talking to Esther about it before we came in was, the police have said that a lot of these people in that video are large, that they had arrested 2 people already, and then they're looking for the rest of them. If they were so proud of what they did, and that it was the right thing to do, why are you running?
Why? Why? I like that. Why are you running? You should stand.
You should stand by. You should stand by her dead body. You know what? I did it.
We did this.
And I agree with you. Nobody's going to change my mind.
Now, my angle again is the school authorities. They said they overpowered the security.
Yeah, the students overpowered the security.
Right. When that was happening, there should be a higher security channel. A higher security
It's
channel.
very possible that at that point,
the first security marks you have are probably the gates or those who have been assigned to take charge and keep watch over your hostels. Yeah? But beyond that, there should be a higher.
Some level, yes. I'm sure that even in the bid of maybe beating her or something,
yes,
a security person, I get what you're saying, like a shot into the air, we probably will have dispersed, will have at least stopped people.
Okay, so let's quickly address that. Most universities in Nigeria do not have security who have guns.
Yes.
Guns are not permitted on campuses. So, if you find, I don't know if it's a change.
Some of them.
You won't find. I'm serious. You will not find armed personnel on campuses.
Oh, armed personnel. Okay.
You won't find them on campuses. Okay. I don't know if the law has changed, but I know it was like that about 30 years ago. So, armed personnel, they're not allowed on campuses. But in a situation where there's a mob or a mutiny or what form of massive action, there's supposed to be some kind of rapid response from the police and all of that. Because if you go around virtually every Nigerian university or higher institution, you won't find policemen like that.
I agree. You won't find them there.
So, and they are the ones who kind of have some kind of training to handle mob actions. But we all know that when there's a maddening crowd, when there's a mob, when there's this thirst for blood, you need to match madness with madness. You need to match these people with some higher power. But it does not exist in Nigerian universities. It doesn't.
What we saw here at Sokoto was more than a mob.
You get?
Yeah.
So I would even commend the internal security structure that tried. But when they were overpowered, I believe that they were, because look at the madness we saw in that short video. You know, the guys were so I don't know if they were on drugs or something. Yeah, but brazen is what they were.
Do you know the thing?
To the point where you're recording the video to say, and you actually said and implicated yourself that you have just killed a human being.
Like what you said now. What you said. And something I want to pick from there is, how are you sure these boys were not on drugs?
Yeah, they won't be on anything.
Because I don't think anybody in their right frame of mind. Because even terrorists, over time we've heard that they take a lot of drugs and all that to keep them in a certain state of mind to do the things they do. So, how are you sure these guys were actually not on drugs to do the things they were doing and they were so brazen about it? That's it. Now, another angle to this conversation is former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, which is also been trending. When this matter happened yesterday, he posted on his social media pages on Facebook and on Twitter, and he said, "There cannot be a justification for such gruesome murder. Deborah was murdered, and all those behind her death must be brought to justice. My condolences to her family and friends." Which I think was a short but very direct message. I saw that message, I'm like, oh wow. I'm not a huge fan of Atiku Abubakar, but I'm like, this is the kind of thing we need to do. Which this condemnation about the act, up until now, we've not heard anything from the president or the vice president or the National Assembly. At least as of right now.
Or any of the presidential aspirants.
None.
You understand?
Yes, no, yeah.
And these are people who, because they're always looking for cheap publicity.
Yeah.
Yes, I said it.
They're
They're all of them.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. From the APC to the PDP to the
Yeah.
ADP.
so now they are being
To-
very,
to-
very careful.
But this is
And
what we're
they're
talking
being
about.
Careful.
See,
It's
in the wrong
politics.
way. It's a very
Why
wrong
should
way.
people's
In a very
lives
wrong
be
way.
no, let me
Because-
finish. Before we get to that
Go
point.
ahead with Atiku.
So-
Yes.
I saw it and I was like, okay, wow, at least somebody somewhere say something. Yeah. However, a few people came on his putting out threats and trolling him about his presidential ambition, about how they're not voting for him anymore, about how they're disrespected, how could he say something like that, and all that and all that. And then he deletes the posts.
Did you say the first one he said?
Yes.
Okay.
Then, later in the evening,
He brought another one.
he posts another one. And then says,
Oh, this
this
is sad.
evening, I received information that a post was made that does not agree with my orders.
Oh,
I use this to announce that any post without AA is not from me. May God protect AA. Now, my question is,
how could somebody have done that on his back?
what
What
is
is that?
no, it's very
Get
possible.
Access, right?
Somebody
to
who,
slide,
yeah, he will definitely have
Okay,
social
fine.
media managers.
Okay, fine. But he
What's the difference between what he now said now and the people that have not said anything at all? In fact, I think it's worse. Now, is it justifying the killing of the
You know
girl,
something.
or does he agree with what was written on his page? Cause I don't get it. I think it's even worse off.
so for people who do not understand, social media and social media management and handling has reached dynamic levels. Now, PR work, media and PR work is also on a different plane. President Barack Obama, former president of the US, when he became president, before he became president, he was known for being a BlackBerry guy. Go and check old pictures. He's always on his BlackBerry pinging, like we used to say there, pinging. So Barack Obama had to put out a tweet that subsequent tweets will still be flowing, but only the ones signed by him would be written, B.O. Barack Obama. You get? So it became a standard. I don't know if people have done it before then, but that's when I first saw it, like, oh, wow, interesting, yeah? Because the team have access to your handles too. One of the reasons why that is important is for a case like yesterday. When these crazy guys were lynching this innocent woman, an automatic or automated or generated tweet by a member of the president's team, his media team, the governor of Sokoto, the president of the Christian Association, the Muslim groups, would have gone a long way.
Yeah.
They don't even need to be there, and this is what has been happening. A lot of times when you see President Buhari condemns, I laugh at people like, what is President Buhari? Buhari is probably in a meeting somewhere or even sleeping, because the team have their mandate. They've been given a brief. So the thing happens with Abubakar Atiku. He has a team of people managing his image. And this is the first time that you're going to hear that there is a problem. Because why? He wants to be politically correct. Now, the member of that team who was given a brief, who tweeted that thing, and it was not only on Twitter, they even went to the Facebook page. He has a verified Facebook page, and they went to delete it too. Would believe that based on the brief that their principal gave them, it's okay to condemn
the action. Yeah.
You know why? Because former Vice President Atiku is always condemning actions.
And then he's very quick to. He's always tweeting about.
When Nigeria dodged a silver bullet with the ECOWAS currency because it was not going to work, he condemned it. You understand? He's quick to condemn everything. You condemn this, you condemn that, you condemn everything. Now he has condemned something that Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians feel it was the right thing to do. Then he went ahead to delete the post.
Because some people, it's the deleting.
That's my problem.
And if I feel
the first one he sent, the deleting goes a long way.
Funny enough, for me,
honestly,
I feel that if he had deleted it,
yeah,
and he had left it at that,
yeah,
it wouldn't have carried so much weight.
He not only deleted, he denied it.
He now went back.
Denied. He deleted
to
and
now
denied.
say
that
that
he didn't
send them to
yeah,
tweet. Are
yeah,
you kidding?
Just
because some people came to your post to say that they were not voting for you again. So people's lives. You're saying now, what are you telling Christians that in Nigeria?
I'm not sorry.
That's what it means. What are you telling Christians that in Nigeria? That their lives are not safe. Once you're president, that's what it means.
And hey, presidency, you got to talk. You have to say something because going down the line. Let's bring out the nuts and the bolts. The lady that died, is she a Christian or Muslim?
She's a Christian.
That's why the presidency must talk.
Yes, I agree.
Something's just could just be a release. There should be a release.
Somebody needs
at
to
the
say
moment.
something.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you that everybody is being too quiet on this matter. And like Esther had said, everybody wants to seem politically correct.
True.
On this particular one, I don't think there's anything that you can say.
So you see what's happening here. A lot of the presidential aspirants from the south will not say anything until they have consulted again. You know why? They are looking for delegates to vote for them from the north. You get? So that's why.
So they don't want to do anything that would. But
just check any of them. Look, and you know the sad part.
They got quiet, right?
They are always tweeting.
yes,
Always tweeting.
since yesterday, everybody has been
quiet.
I don't want to mention names because when you do,
don't bother.
no, there's a reason why.
Okay,
we
at
do.
least President Buhari is not contested again.
He hasn't said anything about it.
Abi, if it's about politics, he's not contested again.
So as at yesterday when the president was attending that award ceremony, the productivity awards, this thing had already happened. He even took his time out to appeal to ASU, and I said, "Wow, this is nice." Yeah. The man spoke directly to ASU.
No, the past 2 days there are so many applauding things.
Exactly.
So very good
that
ones.
was an opportunity to say whatever is happening in Sokoto must stop now, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. But you see, I saw a tweet from someone, and this is beyond religion. It's beyond religion and what are we discussing more or less tribalism. That the Alu 4 happened in Port Harcourt. It did not happen in the north. 4 young students of the university were also gruesomely murdered for some flimsy excuse that nobody could defend until tomorrow. So it is not just religion. It is also the wickedness of the average black man.
I agree with you.
And I don't care what anybody's going to say. The truth is the truth. Those young men were not murdered in the north. They were murdered in the south. And nothing has come out of it. Their families were left to just go through the motions. Nobody was brought to book.
Yeah, the fact that even the angle of what we call jungle justice and all that, I agree with you with the fact that a typical person that feels the need, it has nothing to do with religion. Whatever it is that would anger you to a point where you think you need to take the life of the next person.
That's just wickedness.
That,
total.
to me, is terrorism.
And then.
There is no other word for it.
Shola, you said it right. We never show deterrent.
Yeah.
So why would anybody stop
goes,
it?
Why would anybody stop
You
it?
didn't do anything.
Because there should be the fact that okay,
no, the Anu case you concluded just went like that,
and nothing has happened.
It went like that. People don't understand it. When there's look, anybody who wants to do it, we think twice again. I'm going to go off this track and come back to it. What's in Osinachi case? I don't have statistics to tell you or show that many husbands will have probably changed their minds about being back towards their wives. Because it's a graphic thing. It's a graphic, and the guy's case is still pending. By the way,
he's still in detention.
So this one is almost the same. If at all we can, something's going to happen. That's a 20.
Something has got to give. Something has got to give.
Who could probably have turned out to be one of Nigeria's best brains.
Yes.
Who could probably would have been one of the best
So
assets
so the conversation now goes back to: is there really freedom of expression? Is there really freedom of speech?
Well, the Imam of the National Mosque has told you that there are red lines.
Because to me,
and
this
a red
is the
line
kind of thing
in this context
that somebody needs to be sacked.
You cannot cross certain lines.
There's some
so
things.
There's nothing like freedom.
This kind of thing is what somebody needs to be sacked on. Even if the president doesn't say anything, this kind of person, I think, needs to be sacked.
No, the presidency must talk. No, they must talk. This one, no,
it's a very, very sad thing. We definitely will come back to. I hope that their updates.
All the nerves need to be quelled.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, they have to say something.
Something definitely has to be done. And quickly, let's move off from that. We'll come back to it if the updates as before we leave the show. As today, President Muhammadu Buhari had a valedictory service for 10 of his cabinet members that have resigned because they want to contest for one thing or another.
Or been asked to resign.
Yeah, after they were compelled to resign.
Thank you.
Compelled is the word. I like it. Thank you very much for helping me rearrange that.
You.
Okay, so the people that are, or would I say that have resigned, is the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngiye, the Minister of the Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, the Minister of Science and Technological Innovation, Ogbonaya Onum, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timipre Silva, the Minister of State for Niger Delta Affairs, Tayo Alasho Adura, the Minister of Women Affairs, Dame Talon Pollen, the Minister of State for Mines and Steel Development, Uche Oga, the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, and the Minister of State for Education, Emeka Nwajuba.
Okay. 10.
There are 10 of them.
Yeah, Emeka Nwajuba did not attend.
Yeah, he didn't attend the event.
With permission, I think he has more important things to do than be attending some frivolous send-off or send-forth.
Did he say that
That's
to you?
That's your job.
You
That's
think
your
I
job.
do not have a right to my opinion?
No, we're just asking.
No, that's what I'm asking. Like,
I said
that was your job.
I repeat again, because you guys need to get airboards to play your.
No, about that, you
wax.
need to cipher what you're saying.
So I am saying again, since it doesn't sound like you guys heard me.
No,
There's a valedictory service for 10 ministers who are being sacked from Buhari's government.
They resigned.
Okay, who claimed to have resigned from Buhari's government after they were prompted?
Oh God! Oh
Of
God!
the 10,
Oh God!
of the 10,
I understand where it's going.
of the 10, 9 of them attended, and the 10th guy was given a pass. And what is more important than you attending your graduation ceremony when you are around? You have graduated from trying to pretend that you were working for Nigeria to now go and serve Nigeria in your own
Do you know
capacity.
in life sometimes you look at your promotion and you feel like rejecting it?
So
sometimes I.
So he didn't attend because he had something more important. That's the truth. Or maybe, only if maybe he comes out to say he had the flu or he had some kind of ailment
He could have
that prevented him from
yeah.
coming. But by the time you do a little bit of research, you know, I like the meeting, the scheme now. That guy wants to be president.
Okay, let's go.
So I ain't saying nothing wrong. I'm just saying, for you to miss that, what you missed it for must be more important. Simple. Let's not waste time because we don't have plenty of time. Congratulations to all of them, the ones that did well and the ones that didn't do well. May you not return again in Jesus' name. For the ones that did well, if they call you back, do better. On that list,
I think
I like to commend Rotimi Amechi for his achievements in transportation.
Yeah, I agree.
Amechi was good. It was
on that list. On that list, I'd like to commend Pauline Talon.
Yeah.
For achievements in women affairs. I know someone who worked closely with her, so I'm privy to a few things that they've done. Okay. You know, for the first time, they have their own ministry, they have their own building, and they have other things that they've done.
Yeah, quite.
I'm not sure I'm going to commend any other person on that list.
No, those who don't comment, don't talk about them.
Wants to
don't talk about them.
But the two people that I would commend on that list of 10, you know, are people that I feel have done well. Yes, and Rotimi Amechi for me, and then Pauline Talon have done well.
They deserve awards, really.
Yeah, I think that Rotimi Amechi actually does. He comes off as someone that had a plan, and he executed the plan. Yes. I would, the president has said that he's going to fill up those spaces immediately as soon as possible. So, as today is Friday, we're hoping that maybe like Monday.
Honestly, for me, and I don't care. They're gonna come for me. It's all right. I think as soon as Mr. President put out the red card that come and be leaving, he should have had a list.
Yes, I think so.
That's my own.
I think that
we can't continue governance like this.
I see some
we can't.
reshuffling.
So you know something. The past 1 week or so, I want to take back a lot of things I'd said prior to now about governance, governorship, and so on. So now you know a lot of things I've said, and I'm telling you, right now, no longer surprises.
I'm hoping that by Monday, we should see a bit of reshuffling or some new appointments.
Before
Monday is foul.
Before Monday, they need to hand over.
Yeah, they need to hand over quickly. We definitely will, because looking at a ministry like the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, both the minister and the Minister for State, because look at let's say transportation, Bemi Saraki, the Minister for State is still there, so he probably will say he'll hand over to her. But like the Ministry of Niger Delta, there's nobody. The Ministry of Petroleum, there's only a Minister of State for Petroleum. So I'm guessing he's handing over back to President Buhari, yeah?
Yes, now you hand over to the minister. The Minister for Petroleum is
President Buhari now.
Buhari.
So we definitely will see. We know that a lot of things will happen over the weekend. We're hoping that by Monday, as the president has said, we definitely will see because there's still a whole year, and they need to hit the ground running as fast as possible. Okay, another very interesting thing before we go is the arrest of a serving councilor in Kaduna State that was arrested with weapons on his way to deliver these weapons to the two bandits.
He must have been interrogated, right?
Yeah, his picture is all over.
Where he was actually going to take in the weapons to. Okay, so he spoke the truth, probably. Okay. There's so many loopholes. The interesting thing about the past few days, once you think you've settled this case has gone, and then you sleep and wake up, and then another one comes in and slips in. Okay, this is just gory. It's horrific. I don't understand it, and they caught you. You are caught in the act. It's been caught in the. That's just called caught in the act.
Yeah.
And we do not know for how long that's been going on.
Yeah,
and we don't
exactly.
know how many people are involved, because it could turn out to be a cartel or a link or a chain or people who do that regularly, and
it's sad how this is someone in the government.
I don't know.
And we've always said it that it's obvious that these people can't be doing things on their own.
They can't.
They definitely can't be doing things on their own. They have to. So, kudos to the the police for making this arrest. We hope to see more of this kind of arrests.
Yeah. And of course, New Music Friday. We put it on our header. We're definitely going to talk about it. Last week it wasn't as fantastic, and one of the songs that we said was going to be big is bigger than what we said. That was Kiss Daniels and Techno.
Oh yeah! Oh! That song is blowing up.
Massive.
You open your Instagram.
It's all over. It's all over. So this week there are a couple of songs. About 14 or 16 artists put out stuff. 1 or 2 EPs, but mostly singles. Of course, we start with the big boys. We're talking about Davido and Burna Boy. They both have.
Yeah, they have Davido's song "Stand Strong" as of this afternoon is topping all the charts.
And of course, on that one, Davido has this choir-like group, Sample, who, of course, they work with Kanye West. You get so. I even saw 1 or 2 Nigerian media platforms erroneously say Davido featuring Kanye West. I'm like, you people should be calming down. So, but guess what? It's an amazing song. It's a good song.
I think
it's a song that is going to be a classic. We said it here you heard it here first. Then Burna Boy, of course, I think it's catching that wave of having this chant going on.
Yeah,
the songs.
The song like, is last. Everybody will chop breakfast last.
You know? So
very interesting.
He has that nice song, and of course, before all of that, last night, I'm just look at me, sleepless young man, and Don Jazzy does a wickedness. It's a wickedness. The Mavens, they always have this group thing,
yeah,
and this particular
and he has actually come out saying that there's an album coming out. But that this
I remember
overdose.
I remember.
That was a beautiful album.
But this one is amazing. They have
the group.
Yeah, they have
the Ladipo, Ira Star, Boys Spice, Crayon,
and Magics, and it's a beautiful song. It's catchy, and already people are going crazy about it. And you're thinking, okay, that's all. No. DJ Spinall and Asake. Asake is on Olamide's record label, YBNL, and this guy.
I think he's doing something different.
Ololade Mi Asake. Whenever you hear, when you're listening to radio or music, and you hear Ololade Mi Asake, just know that something special is happening.
It's different. He's doing something different.
So he's not that. Obongjia is a guy that we've been playing here on Boom Radio. Obongjia has sometimes I listen to Doors. I want to beg you, if you have not listened to this song, please go and listen. Please, like, I played it like 4 times. I'm like,
some nights I dream of doors.
Sorry, that's a proper title. Some nights I dream of doors. Doors or Ilekun. Then there's Gabzi. We played a couple of Gabzi songs. Gabzi has an EP. I've played 2 songs. I Pray for My Enemies, and there's another one that I also played, True Colors. And I'm like, okay, Gabzi, you're good. Then there's Reashan. Reashan has a song that was big a couple of months ago. It's called Lemonade. Now, a song that she dropped today is titled Thai Food. And I'm like, this girl, she likes food. She's a foodie. Because she had Lemonade. Now there's Thai Food. And it's also a nice song. There are a couple of other guys in between, but these are the ones that I played, took my time out to play and listen.
Actually,
I
like the music coming out
this
this
week.
week.
Will now come up with 2 other artists that she's listened to, White Money from Big Brother House and D'banj, who have dropped.
Dead. Wow.
Okay.
So
I
see what you did there.
A rundown
I see what
without
you
looking at any script.
I see what you did.
It's what I have in.
I see what you did.
Right, that's right.
Don't mind him. I see what you.
I won't mind him.
I see what
I'm waiting for you to talk now.
Please, this is our New Music Friday segment, and Dolubo has the Skinny on 2 other songs. D'banj has a new song.
D'banj has a new song with Skibby and Hoodie something.
We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, and I don't know if to call it trap. I don't know where to place the song. The song is not all bad, but I think it's safe to say that really music has left the band, which is why I think that I know what he said. Now, the song is not bad to hear. It's just not wonderful. My own opinion.
They're not nice.
No, the person that is not nice is him, because
nice.
the only 2 songs that he decides to push to me.
Aren't they good?
I just told you one.
Good.
The second one, I did not listen to it. I would not lie.
Okay.
I did not listen to it.
It's alright. I like.
But I'm not going to take people's. Would I say I would try and listen to it? But coming off Twitter,
Yeah.
for someone that had said that he was going to win Grammys very soon, I don't like the comments that I'm seeing on Twitter.
About who?
White Money's new song.
Okay.
I've not listened to it. For people that don't know who White Money is, White Money was the latest winner of Big Brother Nigeria. So, and he says he's a musician. He says he brought out a song a few weeks ago.
Oh, let's be nice. Just try to be.
Let's
nice.
just move on.
Shala, you're quiet.
No. It was Dolupo's done.
It was not the Lucas turn. I see what you did, and I would. Don't worry, we'll be back.
Okay,
Shall retaliate.
Dolupo, let's be honest.
I will retaliate. Thank you.
Would you have done it better than me? Those songs that I previewed.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead.
Well,
late.
we don't have time
Too
anymore.
late.
Sad.
Wow,
You do.
I see what you did there. Don't worry, I will retaliate. I'll be
This
back
is
again.
the new music segment on your boombar. I want to say a big shout out to my sister Bukola Medubi. Thank you for always being there.
Shada,
She's
shada.
watching us all the time.
Yeah,
sharing,
she's always
sharing the
yeah.
links with our friends, putting it on our WhatsApp
Oh,
status,
wow.
driving people to subscribe.
Wow. To you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Ah,
sis.
wow.
God bless you.
So on that note, that is all we'll be able to take today on the bar. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Please be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. At the end of the day.
And please watch the red lines.
Oh my God! Have a beautiful
Watch the red
weekend.
lines.